Hope the wind is not this bad guy. Yappa. Alright, it should be good. Alright, we should be live. Hello everybody. I think we are live. I've never done this before, so if so, hello everybody. If you're tuning in, my name's Bradley. If you've already seen my videos, you know who I am. I'm Bradley. Today we are going to be planting some tomatoes. I have 5 different flats, so we're going to go ahead and be getting planting. I have like a monitor here set up so I can watch chat if anybody's saying anything. Well, we're going to be planting tomatoes, and yeah, we're in the greenhouse. This is a 10 by 20 shelter logic. I already have all of our trays filled, so let's just go ahead and get in. The first thing we're going to be planting is Big Rainbow. This tomato is like a medium size, and it's a red-yellow like flesh cross. So what I do is I just take a bowl, I put a bunch of seeds in there, and then I can just start planting. So we're only doing half flats. These are considered a 10 by 20 flat. Yeah. So we're just going to try planting 1 seed per flat. We're just going to be out here for around an hour or so, just getting some tomatoes planted. Today is March 17th. It's actually, we've had decent weather up to today. We ended up getting a cold spell that happened over yesterday. We had a pretty big storm yesterday. We had tornado warnings, or tornado watches, basically all day. A lot of wind. Sorry if the greenhouse starts getting really windy. There's not much I can do about that. So we're just going to go ahead and be putting these seeds one per cell. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. We can kind of do it like Q&A as well. I don't know what to do. This is my first ever live stream, and now the sun's coming out. Current temperature in here is 62. So we'll see if it gets overly warm now that the sun's come out. If so, I might have to go put on a t-shirt or something, because it wasn't that warm in here this morning. It was only around 50 or so. But most of these tomatoes that we are planting today will be for sale. And then I do also do some tomatoes for my own garden. Hello, Lacey. We are planting Big Rainbow right now. They are a larger slicing tomato that's yellow and red. So yeah, we are planting these tomatoes for sale, and then I also grow some produce as well. So we have some cherry tomatoes to start for that, and then I kind of just pick whatever we do for our garden out of here as well. So these are 288 cell trays, so they are able to fit, I think you get 6 full flats of plants out of them if they all come up quite nicely. I also did make myself some coffee before this, even though it's 1 o'clock. So yeah, I'm just planting them and then gently poking them down. Trying to drop 1 per cell, but some of them have 2 accidentally. I got up around 8 this morning or so, and I came out here and started cleaning up a little bit. I ended up finding a chicken laying in some flat trays back there, and she was laying eggs in here. So our chickens are finally laying eggs again. I like country music. That's the type of music I like. So yeah, we're just gonna button down and get these planted, and like I said, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and ask them, and I will try my best to answer them. Sorry if I'm looking over here a lot, but it's just where the chat is. So if I want to see whatever y'all are saying, I gotta look over here. But yeah, we've had some beautiful weather this last week. It was, most days were in the mid to high 60s. We had one day that it got up to a high of like 76, I think it said. It was beautiful. I got sunburnt that day, but I don't even care because it was just so nice out. Actually, that was, that was Friday, and I filmed a video that is coming out today. It is about converting a plow from a 3-bottom to a 2-bottom. So that comes out today, and that's what I did on Friday. But yeah, the weather was just absolutely beautiful that day, and I am definitely looking forward to spring and then summer. So yeah, sun's definitely shining now and making it a little bit warmer in here. It's now 66, so it's warmed up 4 degrees in a matter of minutes. Right out here. So this is the last little row of the rainbows here. And I haven't done the watering system behind me yet. The hose right back there. that is yet to come. It just needs a fitting on it, and I gotta do it again. So that is all of the rainbows planted. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab our big rainbow, dump our seed right back in, go ahead and close it up. Just place this out of the way over here, and then I am going to flip my tray around, and now we're going to be planting Rutgers. I've had these seeds for a long while. We bought a giant bulk. I think we bought 4 ounces. So if you guys ever seen 4 ounces of tomatoes is a lot, I'll just, like, it's completely full. I'll show you here. Like, just filling up. Like, you can completely fill up the bowl and you still got lots of tomatoes or seeds. So they're going on several years old now. So I'm planting 2 per cell this time around. Yeah. We bought them because the church we went to, we made up like little seed packs for everybody and gave everybody some seeds. But we ended up with a lot extra. So if they sprout good this year, I'll probably actually make up some packs and donate them to our local library, because they do have like a little seed swap drawer inside there, and it's pretty cool. So we're just going to get these Rutgers planted. And yeah, it's a beautiful Monday. It's a high of 40, I think it's a high of 44 or 42 today. So definitely cooler than it was last week, but I'll take it. Because tomorrow we're supposed to be back up into the middle 60s again, so the weather this time of year is all sorts up and down. I'm looking forward to the next few months of videos, because we're only going to be able to get warmer and get better videos. We are getting pigs at the end of April or the middle of April, and I'm sure I'll be having a video out for that. We're also have chickens and ducklings down in our basement right now. I didn't make a full video about them. I do have a little short video, and I'm sure I'll probably make a video whenever they're old enough to go outside. But it's just kind of hard to film down in the basement, not the best lighting and stuff like that. So, otherwise, they're doing good. We got 3 ducks. They're all cayugas. My sister and brother named one of them Shark. My mom named one Goose. And then I'm supposed to name the other one, but I haven't come up with a name for it yet. I thought about Diesel or something like that, but I kind of want it to be cute. At first, if they were all my ducks, I wanted to name them Kidney, as in kidney bean, Pinto, as in pinto bean, and Navy, as in navy bean, and then they would all be NPK, nitrogen phosphate test. And that was just one of my little ideas I had, but my siblings and mom didn't really like that, so instead we went with everybody gets to name their own duck. So I gotta come up with a name for mine, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Another thing I am hoping to bring back soon is the farm facts. I know a lot of people enjoyed them when I was doing them, and I enjoyed making them as well. It's just when it's cold, it's hard to catch a chicken or something, or be outside for a longer period of time. So now that we're getting a little bit warmer, we can start back on the farm facts. They'll just be little short videos, um, little shorts that we'll post here or there, and I'm looking forward to them. So I'm just gently poking these, probably an eighth to a quarter of an inch deep. I'm not trying to go too deep because I could go a little bit deeper if I was planting them inside where it's warmer, but because these heaters only really keep it 20 degrees warmer than whatever it is outside, unless it's like really sunny out. So like right now it's 40 out and it's 68 in here now. So it's like a 28 degree difference or so. But at night when we drop to 20s, it's only 40 in here. So what I'm gonna do is get all these planted, and then I'm going to lay them down and have a plastic sheet that I will put over top of them. So we're almost done with the Rutgers now. I have planted several seeds in my life. Actually, the very first time that I ever really started planting was helping my grandpa in his greenhouse. We would go over about the first or so week of April, and I would go over there. He'd pick me up. We'd go there, and he'd have his greenhouse all ready and cleaned up, and I'd help him fill pots, and we'd get planting, and those are always fun memories to look back on. I told him this year if he needs any help in the greenhouse that I'll be right over. So yeah, it's always fun being able to plant seeds, and yeah. Honestly, I would say tomatoes are one of my favorite things to grow, just because of how simple they are, I'd say. Like, it's not an overly hard plant to keep alive. I mean, as long as you water it and you make sure it's got daylight. Once you really plant tomatoes, you don't necessarily have to fertilize them. I fertilize them so they grow a little bit better, grow a little bit bigger, stuff like that. But you don't really have to fertilize them. You just grow them, put them in the ground, and they're basically gonna produce. Like, I feel like tomatoes are one of the easiest things to do. So now that those are all planted, we're just gonna go ahead and dump our seeds back in here. Yeah, like I said, this is my first ever live stream, so if you guys are enjoying it, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you aren't. So now that we have those done, we're just going to go ahead and make sure that all of our holes are patted down. That way the seeds are patted down. And then we're just going to go ahead and grab a little bit of soil and go right over top of it. Not too much, just enough to cover them. I don't have a hose in here right now to water them, like I was saying. So we'll just set them down and I'll stretch a hose out later and give them a good little soaking. But yeah, we're just gonna gently do that with the soil, go over them, press them down, and I already labeled them and everything. And I have a piece of duct tape separating two rows, so it's 11 on each side, just so that I get even numbers and I don't have to worry about crossing them or figuring out what did I plant here, or did I go all the way to the end, or what did I do. So I just did the tape as a little divider. It works out pretty nicely. And yeah, normally my brother or sister, I'll have them come out and help me plant. My sister helped me plant my peppers earlier this year, and I'm sure she'll probably help me finish up planting a lot of my flowers and stuff like that here in the next couple of weeks. I gotta start broccoli and cauliflower and stuff like that. So that is a tray done. That is 2 varieties, so I'm going to go ahead and move over here and get this put out of way. And now we're on to another tray. So this here, we are planting a whole tray, so 288 plants worth. Probably more because I usually drop extras and stuff like that. So here we have San Marzanos. We're going to be planting these. It is getting a little bit windier in here, so I'm sorry for that. So we are going to open these and get them dumped in here. These are more of a paste tomato, so if you guys know like Romas, those are usually what people do for sauce tomatoes. We've grown Romas for years, but I had tried San Marzanos probably, I think it was like 3 years ago or so, and I really liked how they grew. They were quite large, they were paste tomatoes, they had good flavor, and usually a lot of times San Marzanos are used in authentic Italian sauces. So people who can San Marzanos whole, because a lot of people who make sauce tell you to buy canned San Marzanos, but they gotta be from Italy, like authentic ones, to make sure that they are San Marzanos. So they're a pretty good tomato. I enjoy growing them. They taste pretty good as well. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do a whole flat of this. That way, because we'll probably plant close to 50 or so in our garden. So we'll take 50 from this tray, and then the rest will be going into 1203 flats, which 1203, I don't have one out here right now, but a 1203 is 12 packs of 3 plants. So that's how you just call them. So that's how many fits in the flat, 12 pots, but each pot basically is a 3-pack of plants. And I sell those for $2.50 per pack, I believe. So, yeah. And I do have a little farm stand that I will be putting out at the end of the road, probably the beginning or middle of May. So that'll be going out, and that is where I'll be selling any produce, plants. My mom will be baking bread. I'll probably bake some bread. I have a really good banana nut muffin recipe I'll probably be baking. And if you guys actually want that recipe, I could honestly do a baking video, because I do enjoy baking and cooking. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to spring. This year I am going to be growing sweet corn to sell out of the farm stand, and then I am also doing 2 market hogs that I'm selling wholes and halves. So for people around here that's local, if they want to buy a whole or a half, they can. And yeah, I'm looking forward to film as much as possible and show you guys as much as possible. Just some good coffee. I had some pizza for lunch today, so yeah. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, today at 4 o'clock, there's another video coming out. It's honestly, I enjoy it quite a bit. It's a very clean slate edited video, I think. It doesn't have a lot of like time lapse or anything like that. But it's pretty. It's almost like something that you just kind of put on and just watch it. Like it's not. I don't talk too much in it, but it's pretty nice. I don't know. I enjoy the way that it turned out. So yeah. So I'm just gonna put this sideways so I can get it a little bit easier. So by the end of planting all these tomatoes, we will have planted, let's see, 288 per cell, and we're doing 5 flats. So we'll be over 1,000 plants planted by the time that I'm done planting these. And between my peppers, I probably have close to 500 peppers planted. So it is quite a bit that I do plant every year. I'm able to fit 50 flats in my greenhouse, and each, what it is it's 55-gallon barrels, and then we lay a black plastic pallet on top of it. So we are able to fit 5 flats per pallet, 10 pallets down the whole wall. So I'm able to fit 50 on the pallets, and then if I really wanted to cram more, I could probably put them on the floor, but I do have a problem with chickens and cats getting in here. Like I was telling you this morning, I did see a chicken in here laying an egg. So, yeah. It is warm with the sun shining in here. Getting windy again. Now, yesterday was quite the windstorm we had. A lot of wind. We had quite a bit of rain. And then our power ended up going out. But luckily, it was only water all of my plants the other day because we got home from church and I was like, well, I can't water till the power comes back on. And then basically I went back to my bedroom, got changed, and power came right back on. So it worked out quite nicely. If you guys want, I can do an update video on the peppers and the Lizzie Amphis and stuff like that. I've also started tomatoes. The peppers that I did plant in the video on YouTube, the Hungarian hot waxes, they did not come up the best, but those seeds are just as old as these Rutgers, which are going on 5 years old, I think. So I kind of figured that they wouldn't come up the best, so as soon as I planted that tray, I did order some more seeds off of True Leaf Market, and now I did plant a second flat. Those have not started coming up yet, but I figured here any day they ought to be starting to pop up. That way I can ensure that I at least have hot wax peppers for us. I mean, if they don't come up great, then I probably just won't sell hot waxes this year. I plan on selling hot waxes this year, but it all depends on germination rates. And just like that, we are done with our San Marzonos. So we'll go ahead and put our seeds back. For now, I'm just going to put the seeds back here. So we're just going to go through. I use my fingers, poke them all down just slightly, and then we'll cover them. Here comes that sun again. So this is the second flat that we've planted so far. We have another 3. I don't know how long I'll be live. We've already been live for 30 minutes here. So we'll probably go another 30 to 40 minutes. And yeah, we'll see from there. I'm gonna move my coffee so I don't drip dirt all over it. We're just gonna gently take a couple handfuls. This has already been pre-moistened. Same with what's in the trays, that's been moistened, and I filled them up this morning. So we're just gonna gently, almost like a bulldozer, just pull it up over and let it cover the seeds. And then I just kind of press them to ensure good seed to soil contact. And then just kind of wipe the rest off. Because if you got a lot of soil on top, then it's hard for them to come up through. And there we go. That is a whole flat of San Marzonos planted. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. I'll tell you guys, it's definitely warmed up in here since the sun came out. So, this tray here is only half a tray. We're only planting half. It is now 73 in here. So it has warmed up quite nicely. So these are the good old classic Romas. That is what we are planting right now. But we are only planting half a tray. This other half, I don't have any other tomato varieties that I want to plant so far. Chances are I'll probably just plant some sort of flower in there in a week or so. So I filled it up still, and I'll still water it and stuff, but I ain't planting anything in there right now. Because I still have quite a few flower varieties to plant so far this year. So yeah, here are the Romas, and we're just going to go ahead and get these planted. Again, these are also old seed, so I'm fine with dropping 2, maybe 3 by accident. If you guys didn't know, I do have a gaming channel as well. It's called Bradley's Gaming Adventures. Currently, I've only been posting Farming Simulator videos because I do enjoy playing Farming Simulator. So if you guys want to go ahead and go check that out, go for it. There's 6 videos now. I post every Friday over there. And I might post a little more often if I start another game series or something. I've been trying to think what I could film or what I could do. Keep in mind, I do play on a MacBook Pro, so I can't get giant games, and some games they don't have for the Mac. I do have Stray, though, so I could do a Stray Let's Play if y'all want to see that. I also have Tomb Raider, but it's not like the old Tomb Raider, it's like 2013 Tomb Raider or something like that. But I have both of those games. I do have American Truck Simulator. So yeah, anything you guys kind of want to see me play and I'm able to figure out how to play, let me know. I also have Octodad, and I was showing my mom that game, and she couldn't. She was just getting sick, she said, by watching me walk around. Um, so it is a hilarious game to watch and play. I remember watching Stampy. I think Stampy did a Let's Play. I watched Squid. iBallistic Squid did it for sure. I know he did. I don't know if Stampy did or not. I feel like he did. But yeah, that was several years ago. We're almost done planting the aromas here. I actually stole just a chair from in the house because I couldn't find a folding chair or anything like that. So I took this one for time being, and yeah. I was considering doing a live stream on TikTok, but apparently you need 1,000 followers before you can even do that, which I did not know. So, yeah, can't do that on TikTok yet. I have 40 followers. But if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, go ahead. It's just Bradley's Adventures. I think it's just Bradley's Adventures. I just post all my short content there. I also have Instagram where I post all my short content as well. So we are on to the last row of this for the aromas. Did drop a seed right there. Yep. So that is all of the aromas planted. We are going to put our tomato seed away. Wrap it up. Put it back here. And then we're just going to poke them all down again. So it can get repetitive planting seeds, but usually it's only like one day, maybe 2 days out of the year that you're planting a certain thing. So like this is really only the first big day of tomato planting, and I'll have all my tomatoes planted today. And it's different when you're planting something different every single day. Planting flowers is always fun because usually you got pelleted seed or you got a lot of small seeds, so you got to be a lot more careful with them. After several hours of planting them, it does get quite tiring, especially for me. It's hard for me to see them at times, whether they're just so small or they match basically the same color of the dirt. So, yeah, but it is quite fun planting seeds, and yeah. So, there are those planted. Just cover a few that's poking out. And then I'll go ahead and get a hose, like I said, and give them everything a good soaking. So that is 3 of our 5 flats all planted. We're going to go ahead and put these out of the way. Just right over here. And now we are going to be on to cherry tomatoes. So the fun thing about these is the produce, or the thing that I do with the farm stand stuff, is called Forever Fresh Farms. That's just part of it right now. I'm currently working on making a logo and getting an LLC for my actual farm, or what I want to do as an actual farm. So we're just going to be planting a cherry tomato mix on this half, so I'll plant like a row or 2 of everything, And then this side, we're just going to be doing large red cherries. This is a brand new pack as well. Hopefully, we have enough. That's all of them. We'll just plant until we run out with these, because I do not have any other red cherry tomatoes, but these are usually what I sell, just plain red cherries. I've tried selling, like, I think they're Gold Rush or something like that. My mom really likes them, but they didn't really sell the best. I've only ever really gone to one, like, flea market to sell at, and at that point I didn't have any plants. I sold bread and microgreens. So, yeah, things are not bad. I usually have a couple different people buy plants from me every year, and it's enough to pay for all the soil and all the seeds that I buy usually. So, yeah, it works out. I do have the heaters set to, if it gets over 84, they shut off. So currently it is 80. It just ticked over 80 in here. So it has turned into quite a nice day, I guess. It was pretty cold and cloudy this morning, like I was saying. But now we're up over 80 in the greenhouse, so things are quite nice. We are going to run out of seeds and not be able to finish this half, but that is okay. Sometimes things happen. Been alive for 42 minutes. Cool. Hopefully the audio and everything's good. I can't really listen to myself, otherwise it does like a feedback loop, and then it just starts looping, and yeah. So I do have my laptop muted, but I do have it where I'm watching it, and if anybody says anything, or if you guys have any questions, ask. I considered doing a gaming live stream on my other channel as well, but I don't know if I'm not sure how to do that. I know some things with tech, but I'm not great at it. Like I've never before done a live stream. I was able to figure it out, but it's different when you're doing a gaming one and you're showing like your screen. I probably wouldn't show my face just because that would probably be a little bit harder. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the gaming channel, go ahead. It is quite fun. We're playing in the Alma, Missouri Farming Simulator map right now. And we are currently in corn harvest. So, yeah, we're getting things knocked out, getting things harvested. So yeah, we did run short on this a little bit, but we're just going to go ahead and poke them down. Alright, and then for these, I don't think I have too many seeds, so I might just mix them all and plant them all. Depending... Oh, well that's weird. This says red cherry large, and those are large red cherry. They could be different varieties, so I ain't gonna finish this row out. We'll just do that, and then we'll do it into my mix. So we'll just do a little mix of some seeds here. I'll tell you guys what we're doing. So first we have these Blush tomatoes. They are a more oblong tomato. I grew them last year. They're quite good. Take a bite, add some salt. There's only like 5 seeds in here. So, yeah. So we have those. We have Brad's Atomic Grapes, which you guys did already see me plant. I think it was last week that I planted tomatoes. But those, I planted 3 packs with 2 tomatoes each. Those have not started coming up yet. I do have quite a few, so we're just going to shake like 10 or 20 seeds in here. Because my rows are about 45 foot long, and they're 3 foot wide, so I would plant my tomatoes probably 15 inches by 15 by 15. Then we have these yellow pears. I've grown them before. They're quite good. So we'll just shake some more in there. I did have yellow pears before. I do enjoy them quite a bit. I do actually have videos about how to save seeds as well. If you guys have seen them before. Or I'm going to do an update video on how to seed. So these are just labeled mixed cherry tomatoes. That way I know what it is. Because these are not for sale. They're just for my own little. And now the rooster stuff. This is just for my own little garden produce stand. So the next thing we're planting are these champagne bubbles. I only have a few seeds, and there's one stuck down in here, but I can't get it. So I'll just break the pack open. Alright. And we're going to go ahead, and last but not least, we have these large red cherries we'll dump in here. And then we only have one more flat. So, there we go. Quite a few in there. So it's going to be bulkly, or mainly these reds, but they kind of mix in. They're kind of a good mix with all the colors. So we'll just go ahead and plant one per cell and get them going. So fun fact, we actually have 3 roosters, if you guys didn't know. 2 of them are over 3 years old, and then one was last year's chick that I actually hatched. So one of them is a son of one of the moms on the out in the flock here. He looks more like our Easter egg rooster, so I'm thinking that's more so his dad, but he also kind of looks like a buff Orpington, as in like his size. So could be a mix of different roosters. I don't know. So yeah, we're just gonna get this knocked out here. It is only 76 in here now. It has dropped a little bit, but it is still quite warm when it's shining in on me. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day, because today is Leprechaun's Day. So we are doing a corned beef roast and potatoes and all the fixings for dinner. My mom works till 7 or so, and then My dad works night shift, so I'm in charge of cooking that. But it's fine. I enjoy cooking quite a little bit. I've been making dinner usually twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. So we should have, I think we'll have enough. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment here. Just roll up my sleeves. There we go. That's a little bit better. Do you guys have any favorite tomatoes that you guys grow? If so, let me know, because I would love to try them. I've tried a lot of tomatoes. There's one year that I think I had 37 different varieties in the garden, and I'll probably have somewhere close to 20 some this year again, because what I do is I buy a pack and then use that pack for 4 or 5 years, and usually I only plant maybe 3 of that variety in the garden every year. So I just grab like a little 3-pack cell or something like that, label it, and get it planted. So yeah, we are getting to the end of seeds in the bowl here. We'll probably only have a couple left. I do pardon any loud noises like the chickens or greenhouse flapping or anything like that. It does get windy and loud out here, but otherwise it is quite peaceful. So we have 4 seeds left, and we have like 8 spots left. Yeah. So we didn't get every single one, but there's a couple with 3, and so let me just go ahead. Oop. This one got a couple extra. Alright. There we go. Nice. So we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Pat them all down. I might not even be able to water them today since it's only 40, and part of the hose that we use is in the shade, so it might have froze a little bit. So I might be watering tomorrow when it's more so 60, 62, 63. I forget the exact temperature now. But we're going to go ahead and get these covered, and then we just have one more, well, 2 more varieties, but 1 more flat to plant. So yeah, we'll be just over an hour or so. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you guys are enjoying the live streams and you ever want to see more, let me know. Because it ain't that hard to do. It's just a matter of finding time, and I gotta do it kinda when I know we ain't busy or have anything going on. Like today there ain't really anything going on. My mom works, my dad works midnight, so he's sleeping. And yeah, my siblings, they do homeschool, whatever. And I'm already done with school, so, well, I'm done graduating is what I mean. I'm not done with school. I've already graduated. I graduated last year. So we're just going to go ahead and set this tray right over here, out of the way. And we are on to our very last flat. And this is some large tomatoes again. So, let me see if y'all are saying anything. Don't look like it. Alright, the last things we have is Cherokee purples. These are... Thank you, Inko. These are a large slicing tomato that's purple and red. And then we have red brandywines. These are your big classic heirloom tomatoes everybody loves. Quite a good tomato. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started on the Cherokee purples. We have just these left to plant. These I bought about 0.25 of an ounce of this and the red brandywine. So just that is a lot of seeds, and there's still more in here. But that is, yeah, we probably didn't have to buy 4 ounces when we bought bulk a couple years ago, but it's quite nice. So these we're just going to get planted and knocked out here. I don't exactly know why I'm so into gardening and farming. I mean, my grandpa's always gardened as long as I could remember, and my other grandpa, he had cattle. He'd just have 1 or 2 Holsteins that he'd raise for the slaughter. But yeah, I've always enjoyed gardening and farming. I remember probably when I was 8, so that would have been 11 years ago now. Probably when I was 8 or so, I'd wake up around 7 or something. I'd go in my mom's bedroom and I'd lay in the bed with her, and we had this big iPad that was like our family iPad, and I would look up Farming Simulator. And keep in mind, it was like Farming Simulator 2015 or 2013 at that time. But I remember just watching YouTube videos and always enjoying them. And I'd lay there until she finally got up, and then we'd just go on about our day. And then probably when I was, I don't know, 10 or 11, we always kind of gardened. But I asked my parents if I could have my own little garden. And they let me, and I was able to get zucchinis to grow and cucumbers, and I just always enjoyed having things grow. And then ever since then, and ever since I kind of started getting older, the gardens kind of just turned into my thing. So I plan everything for the garden. I usually plant it with the help of my siblings and my mom and dad, and yeah, it's quite nice. But I've always wanted to do row crop farming. Like, that's always been my passion. I enjoy watching videos, and I enjoy driving tractor and stuff like that. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I used to come in the mornings in the summer. I'd get up around 6 something, and I'd go out to the garden first thing, and I'd walk the whole garden looking at every single plant. And whether it was like a tomato starting to flower, or like we have baby cucumbers, I'd go inside and I'd go in my mom's room and I'd be like, hey, we have this going on in the garden, this going on. Our tomatoes are starting to flower or whatever. And I'd always give like morning garden reports every single morning. And it's just what I enjoyed doing. So yeah. I don't know. It's a passion, and it's a dream of mine to have my own farm. And that's what I'm working towards every single day. Alright, that is all of the Cherokee purples planted. We're going to go ahead and get these other tomatoes planted, and then we're done. And it will work out quite nicely because we have just crossed an hour. So here we have the red Brandywines, and these are regular leaf. So when it comes to Brandywine tomatoes, there's actually two different leaf styles. There's what's called a potato leaf and a regular leaf. So when you look at a tomato and you look at its leaf, and it's usually like almost serrated. If I was editing, I could pop a video, like a photo in, but I can't. So a tomato leaf, look it up if you want, but it's almost like serrated and it's sectioned almost. And then a potato leaf is more so round and it's got like tiny serrations, but it's not like branched out. So that is what a potato leaf would be, and red Brandywines have that, or they have regular leaf. So these are regular leaf red Brandywines. And there was one year that I saved my own red Brandywine seeds, and they were potato leaf. When I went and planted them and they started growing, they came up as regular leaf. And I got all sad thinking that they cross-pollinated, but they didn't, because they still were red Brandywines when they fruited. But I don't know how they either converted back to a potato leaf or a regular leaf or whatever. But yeah, there's your little tomato lesson for you. I am dropping quite a few by accident. It can be kind of hard to drop one or two at a time at times, but yeah. There's other things that's larger, that's easier to plant. Like asparagus is pretty easy to plant because of how big it is. Which I do have a video that I recently made about how to direct sow it, how to plant asparagus in a pot. And actually they're up and they're about this tall and ferned out now, and they look quite good. So that is the rest of those planted. We'll just go ahead and put these seeds away. Set them here for now. And we're just going to go ahead and poke these all down. About 1/4 of an inch or so. And, well, we didn't get over 84 in the greenhouse today because I did not hear either of the heater shut off so far. It's currently 83.3 right now on this one. I just have the probes hanging on our little that's supposed to be like a plastic ring that we did a couple of years ago. It worked, except if you had a heater on one end, it would dry that one end out so much quicker than the other end. So, yeah. So now we're just going to gently cover it all in soil again. Things are all looking good. Yep. Alright. That is all of our tomatoes that needed planted today planted. So thank you guys for tuning into this live stream. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. I would normally say comment, but I don't know. Comment on a live stream if you can. Thanks for watching, and until next time, God bless.